Yamaha is developing a revolutionary V4 engine to compete in MotoGP. But Alex Rins just spilled some major tea. And why did Rins get a slap on the wrist for posting a secret test video? Stick around till the end to find out. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the latest updates. Let's start from the top. Last week, Yamaha held a private test at the Brno circuit in the Czech Republic to try out their long-awaited V4 engine project. The test involved factory rider Alex Rins, Pramac Yamaha's Miguel Oliveira, and test riders Augusto Fernandez and Andrea Dovizioso. Brno isn't just any track. It's a legendary MotoGP circuit, last used in 2020. With fresh asphalt offering insane grip, it's the perfect spot to push a new bike to its limits. But here's where it gets juicy. Yamaha is working on a V4 engine, a bold move to ditch their signature inline-4 setup. Since Suzuki left MotoGP, Yamaha's been the only manufacturer sticking with the inline-4, while rivals like Ducati, Honda, KTM, and Aprilia have all switched to V4 for better power and efficiency. So when whispers of Yamaha's V4 project surfaced last year, everyone was hyped. Could this be the game changer to bring Yamaha back to the top? Well, as we now know, it's not that simple. Alex Rins, known for keeping it real, dropped a bombshell that left MotoGP fans shook. At Brno, Rins and Oliveira were focused on testing the 2025 Yamaha M1 inline-4, while Fernandez and Dovizioso were tinkering with the V4 prototype in the next garage. And here's where the drama kicks in. Rins, curious about the V4 project, couldn't help himself. He posted a video on social media showing Augusto Fernandez ripping around the track on the V4 bike. But that post stirred up a storm, and Yamaha wasn't happy. Rins said, "I was pushing hard to go on that V4, but they told me, no way." He even got a telling off from the team for uploading the video and was asked to take it down. But before it vanished, Rins noticed something wild. While riding behind Fernandez during a practice session, he clocked the V4's performance. And what did he find? The V4 was slower. Way slower than the inline-4 he was riding. Rins spilled the tea on lap times. "I was hitting 1:52.7 with my bike, and I think Augusto was around 1:54.7 or 1:54.8. That's a 2-second gap per lap. In MotoGP, 2 seconds is not just big, it's a disaster. Picture this. In a 20-lap race, the V4 could be trailing by nearly 40 seconds. That's not the kind of news Yamaha wants to hear as they try to catch up to Ducati and the other European teams. But Rins added a little context. He noted the gap might not be entirely accurate since the V4 only did about 30 laps over 2 days between the test riders, compared to Rins's 70 laps on day 1 and 40 on day 2. Plus, the V4 test team kept stopping to tweak and reassemble parts, so they weren't using fresh, optimal tyres. So maybe the real gap is a bit smaller than 2 seconds? Still, it's a massive question mark for Yamaha's V4 project. While Rins was out here spilling secrets, his teammate, 2021 world champ Fabio Quartararo, kept it chill. He said he hasn't tested the V4 yet, so he's not ready to talk big. "I'll probably test it around September, maybe at Misano," Quartararo said. "The team's feedback is positive, but I won't know its potential until I ride it myself." Quartararo's take is intriguing. On one hand, he's showing some faith in Yamaha's engineers, who seem to believe in the V4. On the other, he's hinting that the bike's nowhere near race-ready. The Misano test in September will be a make-or-break moment to see if this V4 has real potential, or if it's a step backward for Yamaha. What makes this whole situation spicier is Yamaha's current spot in MotoGP. After years of Ducati domination, Yamaha needs a major glow-up to be competitive again. Their inline-4 has great handling and smoothness, but it's often outgunned by the raw power of rival V4S. This V4 project was supposed to close that gap, but the Brno test results are raising more questions than answers. Now, let's talk about Brno itself. Why did Yamaha pick this track for such a crucial test? According to Rins, Brno is a true MotoGP circuit, old school, challenging, with fast corners, hills, and elevation changes that test every part of a bike. Plus, the The fresh asphalt gives killer grip, making it ideal for testing a bike's performance in prime conditions. Rins was stoked to ride at Brno. "I love this track. It's got speed, corners and hills that flow together. We haven't raced here since 2020. So testing here felt amazing," he said. The test was also key prep since MotoGP is returning to Brno for the first time since 2020. So besides testing the bike, Yamaha was gathering crucial track data, but even with Brno's ideal conditions, the V4 results were a letdown. Does this mean Yamaha's V4 project is a total flop? Not necessarily. This is still early days, and as Rins pointed out, the V4 only did a handful of laps. There's still time to fine-tune the engine before the 2025 season kicks off, but the pressure's on Yamaha's engineers to step up their game. Rins' leak isn't just about lap times, it's about Yamaha's future in MotoGP. For years, they've struggled to keep up with Ducati's powerhouse V4. This V4 project was meant to bridge that gap. But if it's already 2 seconds off the pace in testing, what does that mean for 2025? There are a few possibilities. First, Yamaha might need more time to perfect the V4. The Misano test in September, as Quartararo mentioned, will be critical. If the results are still underwhelming, Yamaha might have to stick with the inline 4 for now, while quietly developing the V4 behind the scenes. Second, Rins' leak could be a sign that Yamaha's rushing things. Building a new MotoGP engine isn't easy. It takes time, resources, and tons of testing. The pressure to catch up to rivals might be pushing Yamaha to fast-track the V4, but the Brno results suggest they're not ready yet. Lastly, the drama over Rins' deleted video shows how sensitive this project is for Yamaha. They clearly didn't want V4 details leaking out, especially if the results are less than stellar. But Rins' honesty gives us a rare peek behind the curtain of a factory team. So that's the latest tea from Yamaha's secret Brno test. What do you think about this slower V4? Does Yamaha still have a shot at dominating MotoGP in 2025? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more MotoGP updates. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. Thanks for tuning in, and catch you in the next one. Peace.
Welcome to GP Talks. Don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon for more updates.